Good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Flawless. No, I just woke up and I had a lot of things on my mind waking up this rising. As I usually have a lot of things on my mind, but certain things just come to my mind every morning I wake up. And I've been journaling the last couple weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks. And more so recently in the last 4 or 5 days, I've been going at it every day. And I just was saying to myself in this journal and how thankful I am to hear the birds chirping every morning when I wake up. And how thankful I am to even just hear the rainwater from last night falling from the trees, and my king size bed and my house and my good health and the freedom to not have to go to work for anybody today or tomorrow. It's such a relief, and it helps me keep things in perspective, and it allows me to free up so much energy that I may have been using for other things. I can now focus on my life, you know, the things that I don't like about myself, where I can strengthen my weaknesses, the things that I do love about myself, how I can get better, things that bother me, able to assess them, how I feel about them, what I feel in my body. It's just a lot of different things that I'm doing to sharpen my mind and strengthen my mind and my mental health, because feeling like you're hopeless and you're powerless with all of this around me is ridiculous, to be honest with you. And it's I feel kind of handicapped when I talk like this and I feel like this, because it's like, how can you have all of this stuff and still be, but that's just the indoctrination. That's that training that I've went through from the time I was born up until now. It's a lot of shaking, a lot of repetition that I've done for years. And a lot of us, we do a lot of things for years and we think that it's normal. But to sit down and think about it and really dissect it, it's not normal, some of the stuff that I be thinking about and doing. And I'm not here to be normal. I shouldn't even said it's not normal, but because I don't want to be normal. Normal people are working every day. Normal people are paying bills every day. Normal people are in positions that they're not free physically. And most of them aren't free mentally either. So I shouldn't even have mentioned the word normal, but I don't feel at peace. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working at that. I'm working at it every day. I'm working like meditation, eating good, journaling, trying not to listen to so much rap and hip hop. Even some of the R&B is raunchy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a space to where my life is really becoming the number one priority. My life, not how anybody else feels about my life. Look at my palm trees. The palm trees are so beautiful. Not how my parents feel about my life, not how my siblings, my significant other. If I'm in it's like I have to focus on my life and not treat other people like crap. In the process of that, I could still be kind, but I'm thankful. I really am grateful. It's a lot of people out here on the planet that wish they were in a better position, wish they didn't have to go to work tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, wish that they had their own house, their own land, paid for, free and clear, wish that they were growing their own food, they had a car that was paid for, motorcycle that's paid for. People wish that they were in these positions. And for me to be here and not get complacent and still want to level up my mindset and still want to strengthen my mental, my emotional health, that is a testament to me. And as a human, that is a testament to someone who's looking for greatness. I'm not necessarily in a space, I could get here and just go buy pounds of weed, or not pounds of weed, I shouldn't say that, but weed, and just sit here and get high every day and tend to my garden and my fruit trees and everything else that's going on around here on this property. But I don't want to sit here and numb myself and not focus on getting better. You know, I've said this before. If you want to play tennis and learn how to play tennis, you go and get a trainer. Basketball, you go get a trainer. Learn about science, you go hire a professional professor or a tutor. Or any other thing that you want to get involved with, you go get someone who's experienced or has the credentials to help you get better. Well, with the mental health, psychology, therapists, people in that field are my go-to right now. And I feel thankful that I found someone that has been helping me. I had my first session 2 weeks ago. I had my second session this last Wednesday, and I've scheduled my third session for next week. You know, we could spend $100 and some dollars on a pair of shoes, and actually that shit has got more expensive now, $200-300 on some shoes, probably, and more for those designer shoes, and several $100s on a shirt and some jeans. But I'll take those couple $100 and put towards my mind and my mental health, because we see a lot of people out here that make a lot of money and they still end up crashing and burning. Look at the NBA situation that's going on with those guys. These guys are making millions of dollars, but they still have gambling addictions. These aren't just addictions, these are mental health problems. You know, that's just one scenario. We could talk about Ray Rice, how he whooped his girlfriend's behind in the elevator. We could talk about Antonio Brown and what he's going through right now. We could talk about Tory Lanez and the situation with Meg Thee Stallion. We could talk about a number of situations of people from the community or people out here that has a lot of money that is clearly showing you that they're not happy. Diddy, you know, look at where he's at right now with multi-millions of dollars. Sebastian Telfair, ex-NBA player, going like crazy. So I'd rather have a good mind, good mental health, strong emotional like feelings, and a high intellectual ability within myself than to be around here with just $100 million and I do something and I jump off the deep end and now I'm in jail for 15 years. No. So I'm all about getting better. I'm all about leveling up, not just financially, because finances aren't really on my mind right now because they're not a priority to me. Although I don't want to go broke. I don't want to have to ask anybody for anything. But the fact of the matter is, I don't need that right now. I'm already here to where I don't have any bills, but I'm not in a space to where I know how to respond to someone correctly. I know how to be less impulsive, less reactionary. You know, like those are the things that, knowing how to handle my emotions when things come up, knowing how to process them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really important that these things are actually done for me so I can treat others better around me. And so I can feel better about myself. So I don't feel like I need anything outside of myself. Because I am that I am. I have everything within me to be great. I am great. I'm good. I'm working on greatness. I have everything that I need is right here within me. Everything that I want is right here. I don't need anybody outside of me to make me feel better. I need to create that in myself. I need to feel that within myself. I shouldn't have to go looking for it on the external or in the external world for someone to make me feel better or make me feel valuable or qualified, because I am already enough. I'm well more than enough. But I have to go and do the repetition now and show myself that I'm enough, and treat myself like I'm enough, as opposed to beating myself up every day. For what? It's not going to help. So the goal is to search internally, to work on mental health, emotional strength, and find my internal peace so I can be a better light to the planet, because we're all connected. Somehow we're all connected. The world, the planet is very small when you look at it. You could be over in Asia right now and it's like you run into someone that you didn't know. Man, I knew her, and we both in Asia, but we knew the same girl from Pasadena, or same guy, whoever. It's like that. So we're connected somehow. And how we treat each other is very important. But most importantly, how we treat ourselves. Because if we treat ourselves good, we're definitely going to treat people around us good, and people that we run into. If we don't treat ourselves good, then we're treating people around us bad. So, I don't know. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. This is See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.